up, gorgeous? Honestly, long time no speak. I have not posted an actual video on my YouTube in so long, honey. I've been going through a lot of changes. Okay, a lot of changes. I definitely talked a lot about this. If you go look at my previous videos about me turning 30 and being in my thriving 30s now and what I'm wanting out of life and what I'm not settling for no more. So, yeah, one of those things is my skincare. With the great lock in that everybody's talking about, girl, I'm locking in with my health. Not that I already wasn't doing that beforehand, but the thing is like, I want to take it a step up and make sure I'm being consistent across the board in terms of my diet, in terms of stretching every day, moving my body every day, my skincare, just being more intentional with my health. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my nighttime skincare routine. As you can see, I just got out the shower. So I washed my hair and it's short, so it really don't take long to dry. But this is how we looking. Okay, look. Okay. Curls doing what needs to be done. And I didn't even put like my product on it, but yeah, that's what my hair is looking like. Very Betty Boop. But yeah, we're gonna let that finish drying um, while I'm on this camera, but period. Okay. And so just to get into my nighttime skincare routine, I've like gotten back into using the Gosha habits. I have my tools in there, but honestly, I was trying to use the tools and me trying to fit the tools in there with all my serums and stuff, I wasn't being consistent enough. And I feel like nothing is wrong with using clean hands when you know what you're doing. So, yeah. So, first things first, baby. I've been working on a lot of this hyperpigmentation in my skin. You can't really tell right now. I got a couple of scars on my nose from a breakout I just had recently, but it's coming together. And then I sometimes get breakouts along my jawline, which are associated with hormonal breakouts, especially for us women. So typically, when it's that time of the month, yeah. So that happens, but it clears up quick. I'm just learning that as I'm having these breakouts, sometimes in blemishes, I'm over picking at them. Okay, I'm over picking at them. I'm gonna put the pimple patches on. And my sister and I was just talking about like, baby, if we had pimple patches back when we was in high school, girl, girl, honey, my skin will be 5 times better just from using pimple patches and not having to wait years and years for, you know, the hyperpigmentation to go away and fade. By the way, I'm pretty much using all good molecules. I pretty much use all good molecules, which is a Korean skincare brand that you can find at Ulta. Love Ulta down. Definitely an Ulta girly. This is not sponsored, by the way. Any products I'm showing is because I genuinely like the products and I genuinely use them and will recommend. And they're affordable. I'm big on affordability. Like if you see me using something and it costs a lot of money, somebody either gave it to me or I got it I got it for free or discounted. So I'm starting off with my brightening toner. So I like to use that. You're supposed to use that with as you can see, a cotton pad. And then this is my little fan that I use in my makeup room just to, when I'm, doing my face, I just dry it a little bit faster. So yeah, this is good to use in the daytime and nighttime. And that's another reason why I love good molecules. Tell me when to use the product. And they tell you literally on the back of it day or night. Now, however, uh, everything is not meant to be used together. So make sure that you are looking up and seeing, can I use retinol with niacinamide? Can I use retinol with this discoloration serum, which we're getting into next? Make sure you're looking that up because your skin can be inflamed. And I'm not a dermatologist. I'm not an esthetician. I'm using what works on my skin, what works for me, and I've done the research to make sure that nothing is gonna, counteract the next thing or cause me to have redness or blemishes. So yeah. Now another thing, being in my 30s, honey, I had to get into this under eye cream. I needed something for under my eyes to keep me looking youthful and young. And I got into this called Yerba Mate. It's a wake up eye cream. This is probably like $6 to $8, but baby, a little bit goes a long way. And this is pretty full. Like I just got this not too long ago, so you literally need like, boom, like that much, and you just dab underneath your eyes. Now I always recommend using your ring finger. It's the weakest finger on your hand. Use your ring finger so that way, you're not damaging underneath there, because under your eyes the very, very sensitive spot, so you want to make sure you're being delicate. But girl, a little bit goes a long way. You just want to dap it underneath your eye and go up, honey. Again, you can use this day and night, okay? Now, obviously, you can also use this under makeup, which they do say on the back of it. They do tell you a little something on the back of the tube. But if you really don't know what you're doing and you want to, have a better understanding of the product and what's in it, hold on to the boxes, because the boxes will tell you everything. They'll tell you in which order to put it on your face and everything, girl. So, yeah. We need that under eye cream. If you 30 plus, baby, get into your under eye cream and get into your retinol. Retinol will be coming soon, okay? Alrighty, so we got the under eye cream on. We like to let that get all the way dry, okay? And then, because I'm not playing with this hyperpigmentation, honey, we going Korean and we going African with what I'm got going on, okay? So we're going to get into the discoloration correcting serum. Again, you can use this one day and night, and they tell you to shake well, and you can just apply a few drops, let it soak in, and then go on to your other products. So this is the reason why I like to do it this way. It works for me. Again, consult with your dermatologist or your doctor. Do what works for you. I'm just showing you what works for me and patting in really lightly. Ladies and gentlemen, all of this, putting this on your skin, do not do that. Put it on clean hands, and you want to press into your skin, okay? Y'all putting that tool on your skin, which is going to add on bacteria, then you're putting it back in here. Don't do that, please. I beg. Every time I see people be doing videos and they be putting the droplet on their skin and putting it back in there, I cringe. You are not supposed to do that. For sanitary purposes. Even if you're the only one using this. Even if I'm the only one using this, I'm not going to do that. I'm putting it on clean hands, and I'll go into it that way. But you putting that droplet on your skin, please. So now we're going to make sure that's dry. That's another thing I had to learn. Let each layer dry. I learned this with my skincare, and I also learned this with makeup. You have to let each layer dry, because if you don't, you could be counteracting and messing up the formula. So now we're on to step number 4, the retinol. Now retinol, I don't use this every day. I probably use this once or twice a week, and then they tell you on here, you really only supposed to use this 3 to 4 times a week. Every night. Nighttime only. Retinol is nighttime only, okay? So you're supposed to use this at nighttime because it can cause irritation if you are exposed to the sun. Just want to let you know. Make sure you're reading the tubes. Make sure you're reading everything before you putting this on. And then they also say to put on SPF as well. So they definitely recommend for nighttime. I don't put on SPF at night. When I know I'm about to go to sleep, I don't put on SPF. I I use something else. But in the daytime, SPF. If I this routine, it pretty much is the same in the daytime for me, except for retinol. Everything else is pretty much the same. I don't use the toner every day, I will admit. One, because it's a little bottle. and two, I still use these two right here every day. Every day. And I also use the moisturizer. I don't have the moisturizer in here with me right now. I'm not going to get up and go get it, but they have a tube of moisturizer. It's like that big. Honey, the moisturizer is great. And it also has hyaluronic acid in it. I also have the hyaluronic acid as well. I'm not going to go get that and bring that in here, but both of those are very great agents to keep your skin plump and keep that looking real fresh and youthful. Those I really like to use in the daytime. If I'm going to use my retinol, I'm use my retinol, but the hyaluronic acid, I like to use that in the daytime, personally. And of course, my sunscreen that has an SPF of 50 or more. Sunscreen is the best. It's the best. Maturing is realizing that sunscreen is a must. Okay? And maturing is also realizing that you can get a good sunscreen where you're not going to have that white cast. And funny enough, two of my favorite brands that I like to use that have SPF as a sunscreen, I like Black Girl Sunscreen. Either get Black Girl Sunscreen from Amazon or go directly to their website, or I honestly will go to Family Dollar. Family Dollar is so slept on. Baby, they have sunscreens in there. Big old bottle of sunscreen, $8-9 will last you. I use it from face. I use it for my whole body. If it's gonna be exposed to the sun, I use it for my whole body. No white cast. Like, unless you literally get it in your eyes are not gonna be burning and all that stuff. Like, chef's kiss. Family Dollar has it on the sunscreen, I'm trying to tell you. Now, another thing my sister put me on to, salicylic acid also helps as well if you have acne prone skin like myself. So this, I think it's pronounced Yuzu Blemish Gel Cream, this right here. Holy grail, holy grail, holy grail, holy grail, amen. Okay, this right here is amazing. And you can tell, look, I'm already starting to roll that bad boy up because I used it. This is amazing. If you get a breakout and day or night, this right here, you put this on, you will start to feel the release of the pressure and you will start to see that blemish go down. Right now, thankfully right now we're just dealing with hyperpigmentation. I don't have any blemishes, thank you God, let's keep it that way. But if I did have a blemish or something that I felt like was inflamed, take a little bit of this, dab it on there, let it dry, watch. Now, again, depending on where I'm going, I'll also let that dry and then put a pimple patch on top of it. Double protection, okay? Double protection. And because I'm really not playing with getting rid of this hyperpigmentation, I'm going in with the Shea Butter, okay? The yellow one, because I mean business. Now, I did look it up and I learned that obviously Shea Butter is rich in vitamins A, E, and F, which it says on here. And it does help keep skin clear and moisturized, overall healthy. Another thing is that African Shea Butter also does have SPF in it, but it's a very low amount of SPF. I learned that it has like 3 to 5 SPF, which is very, very low. It's not even a 10. You're supposed to have at least a 30 to 50 SPF on. I like to go 50 or higher, me personally. But it's very, very low in it, so it doesn't like make that much of a difference. You would still have to put sunscreen on with this. However, especially at night, baby, let me tell you something. At night, this right here, I have to put this on my feet every night. Ladies, you want smooth skin, smooth feet, exfoliate your feet really, really good. and keep them moisturized. I'm telling you, it's as soon as you feel a little roughness, I do not play that. I don't play that anytime, but I especially cannot sleep with rough feet. I cannot. Like I don't care how comfortable I am in the bed. I will get up, go get my get my tool, go ahead and exfoliate them feet real good. Um, and go ahead and put my shea butter on because it needs to feel baby soft. I can't even play. Not saying the rest of my body can be oopsies. Not saying the rest of my body can be dry. No, I mean I can moisturize every night, but I especially do not play about my feet. Okay? I don't. I don't. So that's just a little bit about me personally. And that's how you keep your pretty feet privileged, ladies, okay? It's one thing to keep your toes done, but you have to keep your feet soft, exfoliated, taken care of. Okay, so that's for one. Like I said, I just got out the shower, so just want to go ahead and get that out the way. Okay, get them elbows, exactly. Now, it's nighttime, and even though I'm doing my skincare routine, I still like to put on perfume and deodorant before I go to sleep. I sweat in my sleep, so deodorant is a must. And perfume, because why not? All right, and then I just go in with that little bit, put it all through my face, like a black child on the first day of school. You want to go all through. Get behind the ears too. My neck. Now, another thing I've learned from my research and also from just paying attention to 40-some-year-old black women that are on a grind. Tracee Ellis Ross. Get into lymphatic drainage. A game changer, honey. I'm telling you, it's a game changer. And speaking of which, let's go ahead and open it up. Yep. Open it up. Yep. And then she said go like this, which actually feels really good to me. The lymphatic drainage. I've been doing it to my stomach. You can't see, but I've been doing it to my stomach. It's only gonna be on flat, okay? Period. So now that that's all in, I like to go in with my hands. First of all, oh, this feels so good. I'm telling you. I go like that. You're supposed to go at least 4 to 5 times. Okay. Then let me just do one side. I'm gonna show y'all one side. At first I was like, this shit don't work. I ain't gonna lie. When I first looked into this, I was like, this shit don't work. I watched them videos when they did just one side of their face and saw the reduced inflammation. Yeah, I tried that on myself, so I like to go underneath my eye and go down. Every night. I try to do in the morning too, but definitely nighttime. Morning and night, I like to do this, and it's really been helping. I recently had to get a new driver's license and picture. Baby, I was looking at my new one to my old one. You can just see the reduced inflammation. Mind you, I just got that previous driver's license picture. I literally just had that taken in like April because my stuff was finna expire. So I literally had it taken in like April. and to look from April to September and just see how my face has just tightened up and toned up. So it's crazy. So look at this. You see this side? And this side feels puffier. This side feels puffier. Like, this side feels regular. This side feels extra puffier. When I tried this on myself, I said, oh, baby. They one line. So, yeah, I like to do this myself with my hands. And sometimes I'll go like this. This right here, I will go to sleep doing this. Okay? This feels so good. Yes. Look at my natural lashes. Like, got castor oil. I usually put castor oil on my eyelashes at night. So the castor oil does what needs to be done. And it's got my natural lashes. I mean, my lashes are already long, but just more defined, long, healthy, okay? Always had really pretty lashes, but girl, look like I got on mascara. Okay. And that's my nighttime routine right there. And another thing I've been adding is I've been drinking a lot more hot water. I found some mint leaves at Aldi's. So baby, it's gonna be 50 shades of mint around here, okay? I already put mint in my water with a little bit of lime juice in my daily water jug that I always drink. Constantly keep filling it up with the mint leaf in it and a little bit of lime juice sometimes. Lemon is acidic, so lemon can help help you stay regular, break down all those toxins. Lime is alkaline, so lime juice is really good to kind of balance you up, wake up your immune system and things like that. So it's good to know the difference between those two when you're drinking it, because I remember a time I kept on drinking lemon juice, girl. I dropped like 30 pounds, not even trying to. So if you want to lose a lot of weight, baby, get on that lemon juice, okay? But hot water, drink a lot of hot water with my meals, and drinking tea every night. I drink a hot cup of tea every night, and I'm just really back on my tea journey. I'm still a coffee drinker, but I feel like I'll drink coffee maybe once or twice a week, but I typically like to drink my coffee in the mornings. I like to drink my coffee with my breakfast and stuff. It just depends on what I'm eating, because I can't do sweet coffee, sweet, cinnamon roll, or, pancakes and stuff. It has to be moderation. I need sweetness in moderation. I have to be mindful of my sugar intake. So, yeah. But tea every night is great. And I'm noticing in the mornings, not in the mornings, but in the evenings, I don't feel as like bloated. I don't feel as inflamed. And it keeps everything regular. Keeps everything regular after I just had a good meal, or I have my dessert and stuff. After I'm like done eating for the day, I like to have my tea at night. And right now I'm doing this yogi tea, the relaxing mind tea. It's really good. It has ashwagandha in it. It's just really relaxing. And sometimes I just need a little bit of honey. I don't always need honey with my tea. I can drink my teas regular at this point. But sometimes I will add just a little bit of honey, because life is hard enough. So sometimes you gotta sweeten it up. You know what I'm saying? So that is it for my nighttime skincare routine. Thank you guys for watching. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Night.